Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have one amazing person again with me. In today's podcast, I have Sharon with me, who is a phenomenal trainer of English, who has 20 plus years of experience in teaching. Sharon, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Sharon Jane Nicodemus, and I have a dual master's degree in English literature and psychology. And I've also an international certification on TFL, TESOL, and business communication. As he already mentioned that I've got 20 plus years of experience in training. I have trained a lot of people in language, English language, and also in soft skills. My main passion, I would say, is to teach people to speak confidently. Whatever the medium, or you know the language, you don't know the language, you can anytime start off. That is what I am good at, and I will give you 100% guarantee that in 30 days you can communicate in English for at least 20 minutes, and that's a very good start off for a person who has never tried speaking. I would say that you just start and you start seeing change every single day. That is what I've been doing so far. I've trained almost 10,000 people plus, and I have got all positive reviews from them. So your question?
Oh my goodness. I am flooded with lots of new information. Thank you so much. Like, I am honored to, interview you today. I'm feeling so glad, So I will go ahead with my question. So let us know rather
Yeah.
that how important English is in today's era because, like, many of my viewers are from remote part of our country, in countryside. They are not from proper village. So
Yeah.
how would you encourage them, and how would you draw them towards learning English? How important it is, if you can tell that.
Okay. English is a very vital part. It's very, very important. Wherever you go, it's our business communication language worldwide. So India also is included in that. And wherever you go, people have accepted English as a language of communication. So I would suggest that everyone start practicing, start venturing into English. See, our mother tongues, we are very strong and we use it very well. One benefit when we compare ourselves with the overseas people is we are multilingual. And that is a beautiful thing because we can shift. It comes easily to us from language to language. It is so easy for people to learn. But if you ask them to start learning English, everyone is scared. You can learn any other language, but English is something that people are scared. People are, aversive towards it. I've seen that big time. There are so many psychological blocks related to English. If a person who is speaking Telugu can easily move to Hindi, very easily, he can learn Tamil or Malayalam or any other language, they will learn it. But if you ask them to learn English, they're like, no, that is one thing I'm not comfortable. That is one thing I don't know. They have a lot of fears, a lot of biases. And I am doing my part for the society. I am doing my share where I want to help people to actually accept that language. It is not a difficult language to speak. It's only that how you try it. If you know those
Exactly.
methods, I don't think so it would be so scary. So that is
It
what
is
I'm
not. It
trying
will
to do.
not gonna eat us up.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
it will not gonna eat us up. And this is not rocket science. Like, as since we have been learning many other languages in South Asia, we can learn it too.
Yes, definitely.
This is what I wanted to say. This was my input. Now I want to know one interesting question, that is, according to you, how important it is to speak. because I know many people, they are really good at reading, writing, and they understand thoroughly well. But rather than doing speaking, they focus on other things. They are scared of, they are petrified of speaking. So how would you inspire them to speak?
Okay,
They can. Yes, go ahead.
it's one step at a time, I would say. And as simple, if you want to speak, you have to speak. If you want to write, then you have to write. As simple as that. But I mean, there have been a lot of people who have made this society in such a way that लिखो तो आपको आएगा, मतलब and बात करो तब जब तुमको perfectly आएगा. This is what people have taught the kids. And I get so irritated sometimes ki, what are you trying to teach them? They don't use their brains. They are like parrots. If you pick up any video or anything how people learn English, it's like a parrot. One person is repeating, how are you? The whole class repeats, how are you? I am good. The whole
Yes.
class repeats, I am good. Now, where are you using your brain? You're not. And that is like something, I am so dependent on that person. I am so handicapped. If that person is not there, I'm handicapped. I don't know how to go forward. And that is what you should actually overcome. My simple advice. गलत जा रहा है जाने दो पर बात तो करो. You guys have to start. If you don't start, there is nothing called perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. We all make mistakes. We are humans. So you should accept that we do make mistakes. But do you have the courage to correct your mistakes? Then you start speaking. Once you start speaking, you will definitely find people who will help you, who will guide you. You can find, nowadays the technology has been immensely good. मतलब when I was trying to teach people, अगर मुझे चैट जीपीटी या क्लॉड तब मिल जाता तो I would have done wonders, literally wonders. But I worked for 1 whole year to understand what happens to a student. I have been in their shoes. When I say student, it is any age. From the age of 5 till 65 or 70, they are all struggling and they are all, scared of being laughed at, of being mocked at. Oh, if we go and speak with our known people, oh, you're speaking in English? थोड़ा शान पट्टी नहीं कर रहे हो? थोड़ा too much नहीं हो रहा है? थोड़ा over नहीं हो रहा है? These are the comments. कहाँ होगा practice? कहाँ होगा, where people are at every step, they're stopping you. आप इतने एम्बेरस्ड होगे कि आप एक वॉल बना लोगे कि नहीं पूरा आएगा तब बात करेंगे वरना हम बात नहीं करेंगे. इट्स लाइक दैट फॉर देम. सो आई हैव सीन पीपल स्ट्रगल very, very badly. And psychologically, taking their bias was very difficult for me. Teaching English is easy when compared to working on their biases. If I know this,
Yes.
then only I can get to English. If I know all this, then only I can speak. They don't want to take the first step, literally. And they're looking for people. You don't have to have anyone. You can talk to a plant. I had a student who used to talk to a plant and she became fluent in 30 days. You have to find something where you can have a conversation. It is always a one-way conversation in the initial stages. Once you find the confidence, then you make it a two-way. But to start off with, you have to start somewhere. You want to practice, go get a plant or a toy or something, but you start. It's all here.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more because I have faced the same issue in my beginning days. I have just started learning 3 to 4 years ago. in there, I had that notion that if I know 12 tenses, I will become great at English, but it didn't work out. Later on, I found out after learning even 12 tenses thoroughly, even I was, I mugged up entire 12 tenses. I couldn't speak properly. So how is your take on building the confidence? Collaborate a good mindset, or how to have a optimum confidence in our head in order to speak. I know speaking is difficult. Taking first step is always difficult. So what will you say to them who are at the verge of speaking? Like they only their insecurity is holding them back.
I would suggest that you, to make a habit, you have to religiously have a ritual. You know, people say that practice for 21 days, it becomes a habit. But trust me, practicing for 21 days is the most difficult thing. We all have, one thing, no matter what, we do that, that is praying to God. Religiously, we all do that. No
Yes.
matter, what you're thinking, you pray. So, in the similar way, that consistency, what you have, the same thing you start with your English. A religious routine, a ritual, every day, 9 o'clock, एक line मैं बोलूँगा. Next day, 9 o'clock, दो line बोलूँगा. Like that, you have to practice for 21 days, and then it becomes a habit, and then you can talk to anyone. That is one thing. Second thing, don't look for partners. Don't look for people to give you an answer in English. They might answer in any language, or they might nod or make fun. But you want to learn, then you speak. That is how we have to work on. People will suggest that you have to watch movies, listen to songs, read newspaper, read books, everything you're doing. But how would you check you whatever you have done is working or not? We all ride cycle.
Yes.
How many times did we fall? We all fall.
And the
We get up. Again we fall. We
yes.
get up. We experiment. Same way you do it with English. Falling is important. You don't fall, you don't, you know, win anything in life. So that is what you have to do. Self motivate,
Okay.
because your passion
That's awesome.
is the only thing that will push you. अगर आप में वो चाह नहीं है कि मुझे ये करना है, तो कोई और आपको पुश नहीं कर सकता है. But if you have little tiny also, you will definitely find like-minded people. You will definitely find people who will support you, who will help you. And I'm one among them. Anytime you guys face any problems, you can, just send a message. This is the area I'm facing problem. If I don't know also, I'll come up with something.
That's awesome. I will definitely attach your Instagram because many of my subscribers they are frantically looking for someone like you. I will. I encourage everyone. Please reach out to her. She's a lifesaver. Trust me, guys. She has 20 years of experience. She has been teaching students in diverse ages. So please
Yes.
do not worry about age. In order to gain confidence, in order to have a good level of speaking, obviously she will not spoon feed you, but she will handhold you and teach you what are the ways. If you follow them, you can get out of the tunnel. You can see the light. You know,
Yes.
that's what I wanted to say. Okay.
Yes. Your next
Okay,
question.
one more, my next question. So here I would like to ask you, would you like to share your learning story, like how how it all began, and were you passionate about learning English since your childhood, or something happened? Because we want to know, we learners want to know.
Um, See, from my childhood, we always had English around us because my dad and mom made sure that we are used to that environment. Like we watched English movies. I watched English movies when I was like 5 years old. I was big fan of James Bond.
Okay.
Okay, I big fan over there. Matlab, we never had those subtitles then. Now you get subtitles, but when I was a child, we never had subtitles. So you sit and watch. Then English music was like a second thing in our house. So English was never a scary thing for us. But I'll tell you one thing. In my house, we never spoke English. We
Okay.
never spoke English. It was a strict rule my dad put that you will not speak in English. You speak all the other regional languages, but not English. He said English will come automatically to you. So that was something, a very strong psychological, element for us that we were never scared of that language. Or we were never scared. What we used to do is my elder sister used to write lyrics of the song, listen to it, play, stop, and write lyrics. So we did all those things. मतलब unknowingly हमने सब कुछ किया. हमने गाने लिखे,
Yeah.
हमने poetry लिखा, and then we experimented. And for us, I would say that we never were scared of that language. But you know what made me a trainer is the struggle people were facing. आई वॉज इन अ वेरी मेरी लैंड थिंकिंग कि इंग्लिश तो बहुत ईजी है, सबको आता है, इसमें डरने वाली क्या बात है. बट वेन आई एक्चुअली मेट पीपल, आई वॉज लाइक बॉगल्ड. आई वॉज सो, आई डिडंट नो. I thought ki why are they not able to talk? Why is it that English is so scary for them, or they are so afraid to even take the first step? So those things made me actually work for them. That was my English journey when I wanted to find a solution. I'm a troubleshooter. For me, if there is a problem, it has to have a solution. So till I found my solution, I never let go. I experimented. For almost a year, I have searched all through the internet. I have went through everything, read every book, understood what happens. How would you get English into a head of a person who is so scared? So trust me, after these many files and everything, I came up with one simple solution: ki use your eyes. Visual. The moment you start looking at things and describing things, when people started doing that, they were very confident. If I asked them to speak about a topic, they were very scared. Not even one line used to come out, not one word. They were like, I don't know. I can't speak. Shut. I was like so surprised. How am I going to make this person speak? Then slowly, I took a ball, I showed it to them, and I asked them to describe. Then, I bought another toy. All the toys of my niece and nephew, I started using them in my classrooms. And it worked. It really worked. And people were confident. You know how many days we did that? 5 days. After the fifth day, people were actually having a conversation with people. And that was surprising for me. And I thought, wow, this is something good. Then I had, a method saying that first visually I'll teach you, then I'll introduce auditory, and then I will take you to the main thing is I'll give you a topic and you have to speak. Slowly I started building their confidence. Slowly I started to show them that this is what they're good at. And this is my journey where I am so proud now that I have come up with this. When people come and they they express their gratitude, it is so overwhelming, it is so satisfying. It's like I'm winning an Oscar award. Matlab, my speech is
Yeah.
ready, I'm so grateful, I'm so blessed. When people experiment this, wow, trust me, you don't need a teacher, you don't need a backup, you don't need anyone. You find your way through which you can speak. If you can't, then there are options. Then there are people. Then there are so many things that you can look for. Now, YouTube is flooded with that.
We can go find anything we want,
Yeah.
obviously, it's the joy is far more beyond than winning an Oscar.
Oh,
Trust
yeah.
me. If your student comes up to you and say, uh, you know, you are amazing teacher, and only because of you, I have learned speaking English.
Yes.
How could be far more, like, what can I say? I'm struggling to find words, I am overwhelmed.
No, the emotion is very strong. Very, very strong. And trust
I was
me,
just putting myself into your shoes.
oh, it is lovely feeling. When you achieve that, oh, it is a satisfying feeling. So I'm always open to anyone coming up to me and asking or discussing their problem. I would be able to help you in a better way, is what I can say.
Okay, that's
It is
awesome. Go
difficult to
ahead.
find people who help you, but when you do, take full utilization of them. You should not be scared, or you should not be worried. What will they think? Go ahead, start asking. Go ahead, start pitching. They will help you.
Okay. That's amazing. Really, you have been you have been a real good teacher throughout your journey, and the way you have described, it feels like that your students are blessed to have you know and okay, my next question, this is very very important among all, that is, you have mentioned how important English is, how significant speaking English is. Now could you please tell me that what are the effective ways to learn English? I know this is not easy job to be done. Speaking is very difficult at the beginning, a different language from different part of the world. But how can people learn English? By doing hard work, but effort should be little less. And like, what are the effective ways according to you? This is what I wanted to say.
Okay, effective ways are, as I told you, use your eyes, because that is the easiest way to use. And whatever you look at, you start describing them. And with complete details, you should start describing them. And make a full sentence like subject, verb, object, like that. If you start experimenting, you will definitely see changes. Everything that you do regarding English is always a benefit. You watch a movie, you read a newspaper, you listen to news, you listen to audio, everything helps. But your comfort zone is your way of putting it forward. So to put it forward, you have to find your way. And for me, 90% of the students were very comfortable to look at something and describe, because they didn't want to use their brain. I said, okay, don't use it, just use your eyes. They used their eyes, then slowly they moved to a question, then to something else. So first you look at something and carefully you make sentences. After that you ask a question, like talk about your school days, your colleges. Then it'll fall into place. Always venture in known zone. Don't go into unknown zone. Don't look for fancy words. Don't go for big sentences. Small is enough. There is a table, good enough. There is a white table, very good. Slowly you will understand there is too much of repetition happening. Then you start putting all the words in one. So that is how you have to work. I mean, as far
Yes,
as
I
I have worked.
okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm so sorry for
No,
interject.
no,
You were saying
no.
something. Okay,
No,
okay.
as far
I
as
have
I
small.
have,
Okay.
sorry, my experience
No, no.
wise, this is what I have worked on. Yeah, go ahead.
My input, like I have small input. I would like to say, my viewers, please describe your trauma, because we love to describe our trauma to other people. somebody has done wrong to us. Like we love sharing them. Why shouldn't I share this with the language we are learning? Then share something that you don't like, like you fond of speaking. We should focus on the things, topics that we are passionate to speak. Suppose our trauma, our cricket,
Yeah.
or any other things that we are the latest movie that we have watched.
Yes.
We can talk about anything. Yes,
Or we can talk about anything under the umbrella. It's only that you talk. It could be anything, but you talk.
that's it.
As simple as that. Take that first step. Experience your fear. Experience how your heart beats when you are uttering each word. You experience that. And the second time, you would not face the same thing. Only first time that heart flutters, the pulse increases. But second time, it's like, yeah, I can do this. So go take the first step, then take the second step also. That is very important. When you take the second step, from there it is a known zone. It's not unknown. It becomes easy. But practice, as the
Perfect.
famous saying, if you do not practice, you do not become perfect. So practice more. Find
Yes,
opportunities.
that's very heart touching. Like perfect. I have no other words to say here. Okay, I have one more question to ask you. In my journey, I have noticed one thing.
Mhm.
While practicing English with my co-learners, they are gradually becoming my inseparable friends. While reading books, I'm becoming a reader. I feel like reading more. I feel like exploring other writers, famous writers. While watching things, like I feel like watching some classics, movies.
Yeah.
Then listening, I feel like that I should listen to more, far more like CEOs and other individuals who have done accomplished far more things in their life. So, I'm not only learning English, it is I am building a different world in me. Like it's a kind of building a personality. So uh, what is your opinion about it, if you can describe it? I would love
Uh,
to hear.
it's a lovely journey, and this journey never ends. Every day you find something fascinating. Okay, it could be a podcast, it could be a movie, it could be a book, it could be anything. Your journey never stops. Once you explore something, from there is no looking behind. You're just going forward, one after the other. The polishing actually happens. We don't have to put an effort. The effort part is in the initial stage. After that, you yourself will keep, this is good, let me try this. This is good, let me try this. You start trying it out. And that's a very good habit. And it goes on. I mean, it becomes your strong base, really strong base. And that is how you will, you know, move forward in your journey. Because learning is something, till you die, you should be a learner. I always say I am a learner. I always say that I'm not perfect. I always tell people that I make lot of mistakes. I have got lot of troubles. I myself am not perfect. So I always try to polish myself. I'm always learning. So learning is a never ending journey. So it's good.
Yes, and my only motto to ask you this, because it's not only the journey, it's take us to a different universe. It's open the Pandora box of a different world. Like we get lots of gifts. There are a lot of side benefits that we get. We become reader, we become good speaker, and
Yes.
it's a you can say that it's a queue. Like it's a kind of good circle. If you want to speak, then you want to dress well, then you want to come on, like you want to speak in front of mirror, then you want to record yourself, then you become a content creator. You can do
Yes.
many things.
Oh, from there, the variations that the options that are there are immense. You just start, you take that first step. After that, the language will take over you. You don't have to do anything.
This is all about today's podcast, guys. Hope everybody has liked it. If you liked this podcast, please subscribe my channel, share it with your friends, and like, comment your opinions or any other question that comes into your mind. And if you wanna enroll into her institute, or if you wanna get coachings from her, then you can please contact her number and through her email ID and through her website, Instagram, or other social media applications. Like links are given down below in description. Please reach out to her and subscribe my channel. This is all about today. Take care. See you in another video. Till then, bye.